The planet of Coruscant, the beating heart of the galactic civilization, the home of the Jedi Temple, the seat of the Galactic Senate, and the stage for the rise of the Empire. But what lies beneath its polished towers and bright lights? Here are some of the deepest, most fascinating facts you didn't know about Coruscant. Coruscant has over 5,000 levels. Coruscant is not just a planet, it's a vertical metropolis that spans thousands of levels from its atmospheric peaks to its shadowy depths. The surface level, where most galactic officials and civilians interact, is officially labeled as level 5127, but beneath it are thousands of descending levels, some of which are completely abandoned, others that function as underground cities. One of the most notorious is level 1313, a dangerous district controlled by crime syndicates and bounty hunters. This level was so infamous that LucasArts planned an entire video game set there before it was cancelled. Deeper levels have abandoned for centuries. Some are uninhabitable due to toxic waste and collapsed infrastructure, while others are home to forgotten populations who have lived without sunlight for generations. There are legends that being mutated by darkness dwell in the deepest zones, and any Jedi rarely venture below the 1,000 mark without purpose. Fact number 2. Coruscant was once called Notron long before it became the political heart of the galaxy. Coruscant was known as Notron. This ancient name comes from the early human settlers, as Coruscant is believed to be the original homeworld of humanity. It was the first planet to achieve planetary unification, and its central location in the galaxy made it a natural hub for trade, diplomacy, and culture. Over time, it evolved into the capital of the Old Republic, the Galactic Republic, and later, the Empire. The name Coruscant is derived from the word corsicre, which means to shine or glitter, a nod to its gleaming skyline. But beneath that shine lies thousands of years of conquest, war, and shadow. Okay guys, sorry to stop the video right here, but something I noticed, 99.9% of you are not subscribed to me. I am trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So if you're liking the video so far, I'm gonna ask you to subscribe. It means the world to me and it's free. Anyway, back to the video. Number 3. The Jedi Temple was built on top of a Sith shrine. One of the most chilling facts about Coruscant is that the Jedi Temple was built directly on top of a Sith shrine. Thousands of years ago, the Sith discovered a dark side nexus beneath the surface of the planet and built a temple around it to harness its power. When the Jedi later retook the planet, they chose not to destroy the shrine, but to build over it in an effort to neutralize its influence. However, this decision may have been their own downfall. The dark side energy remained, subtly corrupting the area around it. During the Clone Wars and the rise of Palpatine, the Sith Shrine influence likely helped cloud the Jedi's vision. Palpatine even conducted dark side rituals beneath the temple once he declared himself Emperor, using the very foundation of the Jedi's legacy to strengthen its own. Fact number 4. Coruscant is home to the Federal District, the political center of the galaxy. One of Coruscant's most important features is the Federal District, also known as the Senate District. This area contains some of the most iconic structures in the Star Wars galaxy, including the Galactic Senate Building, the Jedi Temple, and the Executive Building, the residence of the Supreme Chancellor. It's here that major galactic legislation is debated, and where leaders from thousands of star systems gather. The district is a microcosm of Coruscant's political influence, filled with embassies, bureaucratic offices, and diplomatic residencies. Security in this area is exceptionally high, with dedicated clone battalions during the Clone Wars and elite shock troopers during the Imperial era. While the Federal District symbolizes unity and order, it also has been a place of immense deception, since this is the site of Palpatine's manipulations and the birthplace of the Galactic Empire. Fact number 5. There is no natural surface. Coruscant has no oceans, forest, or mountains. Its entire surface has been paved over by metal, primacry, and towering buildings. Any trace of its original geography was erased a millennia ago. In order to maintain life, Coruscant relies on artificial ecosystem. This includes vast atmospheric scrubbers, artificial weather control towers, and orbital mirrors that reflect sunlight down into the lower levels. Food and water are imported from other planets, as the planet produces almost nothing naturally. It's estimated that without these systems, Coruscant would collapse in a matter of weeks due to overpopulation and environmental imbalance. Fact number 6. Coruscant is controlled by corporations. While the Galactic Senate and Chancellor govern the Republic in theory, much of Coruscant's infrastructure is owned and operated by powerful corporations. Entities like the Trade Federation, the Baking Clan, and the Techno Union control vast sectors of the planet. These organizations fund their own private security forces and even own entire levels dedicated to research, development, and production. In the Clone Wars, many of the same corporations became part of the Separatist movement, showing how political and economic power on Coruscant are deeply entwined. After Palpatine's rise, many of these corporations were absorbed into the Empire, further centralizing control. Fact number 7. The lower levels are lawless. The deeper one goes beneath Coruscant's surface, the less influence the Republic or Empire has. The lower levels are often ruled by crime empires, warlords, and gangs. Law enforcement rarely patrols beyond the mid-levels, and even the Jedi tended to avoid these areas unless conducting specific missions. Species considered second-class citizens by the Republic, such as the Aqualish or Rhodians, often lived in these neglected districts. Spice trafficking, slave trading, and illegal dueling arenas are common. These zones are also hubs for rebel cells, escaped slaves, and force-sensitive children in hiding. In many ways, the lower levels are a reflection of the Republic's failures, poverty, inequality, and neglect, hidden beneath political pageantry. Fact number 8. Coruscant has a massive entertainment industry. Coruscant is not just a political hub, it's also the galaxy's cultural epicenter. From the galaxy's opera house to thousands of HoloNet broadcast stations, Coruscant hosts the largest entertainment infrastructure in the known galaxy. Live performances, holofilms, sporting events, and news are constantly produced and transmitted to core worlds. The Opera House is most famously the site where Chancellor Palpatine revealed the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise to Anakin Skywalker, a pivotal moment in his turn to the dark side. The upper levels have elite theaters and galas, while the mid and lower levels have more underground rebellious artistic communities that push back against authoritarian control. Fact number 9. Palpatine had a secret vault beneath the Jedi Temple after declaring himself Emperor. Palpatine repurposed the Jedi Temple into an Imperial palace. But he didn't just redecorate, he excavated. Beneath the structure, he built a private vault to store dark side artifacts, ancient Sith tomes, and forbidden Jedi knowledge. Some accounts claim he performed experiments there, including early attempts at cloning and Force essence transfer. This vault appears in the Star Wars comics and reference materials such as Rise of Skywalker Visual Dictionary. It's believed that many of the secrets Palpatine used to survive past his death originated from this vault, built beneath the very place the Jedi once called sacred. Fact number 10. Coruscant has over 500 trillion inhabitants. Coruscant is a home to more than 500 trillion sentient beings, make it the most densely populated world in the galaxy, or honestly of anything we've ever heard of. That includes billions of humans, trillions of aliens, and countless droids. To manage this population, Coruscant uses an intricate system of layered infrastructure, housing traffic lanes, power grids, and water systems, all stacked vertically. But despite its high-tech solutions, inequality runs rampant. The richest live in the open-air towers with gardens and clean air, while the poorest suffocate in the underworld's population. Entire generations have lived and died without ever seeing the sky. It's a world of extremes, the shining pinnacle of civilization and the darkest underbelly. Bonus fact. Coruscant was almost in A New Hope. In the early drafts of A New Hope, George Lucas envisioned a city-covered world as the Empire's capital. It was originally named Had Abaddon, and would have appeared in the final act, but was scrapped due to a budget and technical limitations. The idea was resurrected for Return of the Jedi and later brought to the expanding universe under the name Coruscant in Timothy Zahn's Thrawn trilogy. It finally became canon in the 1997 special edition of Return of the Jedi, where it appeared during the galaxy-wide celebration scenes. Since then, it has become one of the most iconic and complex locations in Star Wars lore. Coruscant is not just a setting, it's a character in its own right. It reflects the rise and fall of galactic powers, the conflict between light and dark, and the complexity of the Star Wars universe itself. Let me know which facts surprised you the most in the comments down below. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay up to date with more videos. Thank you all for watching.